Nutella. Is it better? Are we better? You can eat two. Yes, exactly. A wee baby pumpkin. Yeah, so we're making a cheesy baked pumpkin and some like breads, like kind of thick breadsticks. And then I'm going to do a few other bits just to serve with like the cheesy kind of sauce that's in here. I've done this before, but I use like a regular pumpkin. This, I think, is it Hokkaido? I think that's what that is. So I'm going to use this for the baking. Hopefully it'll be okay. We'll see. Oh, right, let's just set the timer, shall we? 5 minutes. So the first thing I need to do is cut this open and scoop out all the inside. I'm not sure what the inside looks like in one of these. If there's much of it, like if there's much of the like the seeds and stuff in, or if it's mainly like flesh. Is that an orange? That's the biggest orange you've ever seen, Popcorn. It's a Hokkaido. Google it. It's not quite. We're not quite all the way through, but I'm not sure where it's stuck. Here we go. That. I really wish I got more into it. Right, let's play about with this. It's like pumpkin carving all over. I hate this game. Hate this game. Untitled, are you still here? Are you ready for this? The flavours on this sound absolutely horrendous. It smells bad. Even just opening the bag, it smells bad. Oh, what is that? That does not smell good. The next time I do this, though, I think you're going to have to pay me. Right, I've spun it. Oh, no. So it's half, I think it's more on that one. So we're on, where is it? That one it stopped at. So it's either strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish. Right, I'll probably do this once and then go, no, I'm never ever doing this again. So this is either, I mean, even the strawberry banana smoothie sounds fairly disgusting. Okay. Cheers. It's a smoothie. It's the smoothie. Thank God for that. It's a smoothie. Because I feel like the other thing as well is if, like, the more you do it, that is actually quite nice. That is quite nice. Oh, that was too much. These are actually coming out really easily. What a cute wee pumpkin. So the idea with this is it's a very, very simple thing to do. It just takes a while in the oven. But it's you're basically just like filling it with like a cream sauce. And then when it bakes in the oven, it kind of takes on the pumpkin flavour from the pumpkin like flesh. And then when it's done, you can like scoop out the cheesy sauce and the bits of pumpkin and then have it with, in this case, breadsticks, or you could do potatoes or veggies. But it's just quite a nice warming dish. Right, what do I need to get here? Milk, cream, parmesan. Right, and then we're going to stick all of this in a pot just to heat it up and kind of bring it together. Then we're going to fill up the pumpkin with it, and then it literally just goes in the oven for about an hour. Then we take it out, put some Parmesan on the top, stick it back in for about 15 minutes, and then that's that done. I think this is going to be too much onion because I'm looking at it again against the pumpkin, and like I think this onion would just fit inside the pumpkin. That's good then, Sarah, and hopefully that'll be good because then the kids will enjoy that. A bit hot, wee bit hot. Yeah, that'll be nice, and it'll hopefully be a wee bit of kind of normality for them. Kind of. That only half worked that time. And I'm going to put in a garlic clove, and then we've got some double cream, some milk, and some Parmesan, and then some herbs. And I think that's about it. Really do what you can do. I can't. The garlic is too large. Oh my god. I've made a mess. Kitchen safety, honestly, Noodle. It was a lot. It really was a lot. Cream and milk. So 300 mils of double cream, which is exactly as much as we've got here. I'm not sure. I think that'll be enough. Obviously, it'll depend slightly on how big your pumpkin is. If you owned a bakery, it would be easy. Well, I mean, at least once you've perfected a donut, every time. Honestly, once you've perfected a croissant donut, that is really confusing me today. You'll then be able to open like Australia's best croissant bakery, a laminators. Thank you, Erica. It's fine. I'm learning the lingo. Oh, a paper laminator, honestly. Honestly. A croissant donut. Have you had a cronut, Hoju? I've never tried one. I've never seen a gluten-free one. Maybe rip the meat. Do you own one, Erica? That we could send you a list of things to try and flatten. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. Just to confuse us. Right, this is where I pour this in, and then we realise that I've cut a hole in it, in the bottom or something, and it all seeps out the bottom. They're big machines, are they? Right, okay, that makes more sense then. I think that'll do. There's only a tiny bit left in the pot, but I don't want to overflow it and then it'll like all come out. Right, this is going in the oven. Our little pumpkin guy. So, it's going in the oven at 130 fan for an hour. For an hour. And then once it's done, we'll take it out. Oh no! I'm not, no, oh! No! I forgot the Parmesan. Damn it. Damn it. I thought they'd be good. Plus, I mean, it's only going to help me. Right. So, in our pot, in our bowl, we have 500 grams of flour. I've used self-raising. I think I probably should have used plain, but we want a bit of a rise in them, so we're going to go with it. 1 packet of yeast, 2 teaspoons of salt. Can you still hear me? The running water is a bit much. That's too hot now. 2 teaspoons of salt, half a teaspoon of xanthan gum, and then we're going to mix in some warm water until it starts to kind of come together. I do like experimenting in the kitchen, but I feel like when I experiment with baking, it doesn't work. And then I get annoyed because I want whatever it was I was trying to bake, and I've wasted a lot of time and a lot of ingredients. A lab coat. That would be amazing, Noodle. Can you imagine me, scientist copper? That would have been a good idea for Halloween. I could have dressed up as a scientist and goggles. Learn everything. I know, every time I bake. One of these days I will just say, look, I'm not baking anymore. I refuse. I'm not doing it. No, you've had it. That's it. No more baking for me. We've gone too far. We've always gone too far. Always. Right, so we're gonna make some mushrooms to have with this. It's a wee bit random, but I was sent this picture by 2 or 3 people, and I really wanted to try making it because I thought it looked really cool. We're gonna make little skull heads, and I really like the look of it, and it was little skull heads out of mushrooms. I really like mushrooms, Tobiz. I used to not. Oh, that's fun. He's got a wee eye. Donuts. I'm only kidding, don't worry. This is like pumpkin carving, but less fun. What is that? Look at it. Does that look like a skull? We tried. So here are our wee mushroom skull. No worries, Ethan. Take your time. Yeah, so these are wee mushroom skulls that we're going to fry off in a bit and use to kind of dip-ish in the pumpkin. I mean, you can scoop out the pumpkin insides and like pour it over the top. So yeah, that's our, I quite like them. I think they look quite cool. Right, how's the dough looking? It's rising. It's rising. It's definitely gotten bigger. What do we reckon, Donuts? What do we reckon? And then we're gonna finish that off. It'll only take 15 minutes. We'll finish that off and then we will stick the breadsticks in because they're not going to take that long either. And then we'll just do a few sides to have with it. Or maybe just the one side. Ooh. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? I like how when you cook it, it goes more orangey. So it's got like a little kind of crust on the top already. But in honesty, it's not hugely cheesy because you're only putting a little bit of parmesan in it and then a bit more on the top. Right, and then it's gone back in the oven for 15 minutes. And in the meantime, oh, and I want to put the temperature up to 180. Stick some plain flour on here, and then, so these breadsticks, so it's a family recipe. They're quite rustic looking, but that's how they should be. And they're quite chunky breadsticks. I'm not sure, I feel like this dough is maybe slightly dry for the ones that, like, for how they should be, but we'll see. And they don't have to be perfect because they're probably not going to taste nice anyway. So we'll just go with it. And you can do smaller ones. You can do them thinner if you want them to be crispier. I quite like a lot of like doughy bit. Did I put a timer on this? Oh no! We've had a disaster. Oh no! How did that happen?
Yes, science!
It all fell out. I think I put too much cheese on and I've just roasted my face. Oh. Can I spin it out, do you think? Can we spin it off the tray? I don't want to not have it in the pumpkin though because it looks so cute. In a baking dish, that's what I'm thinking of doing. Like, okay, so it is finished, so I don't need to do anything else with it. I just need to serve it. Right, let me put the oven back on and then we'll put the bread in. And please don't let me forget about the bread. Right, let's put a timer of 15 minutes and we'll see what happens after 15 minutes. Just playing with food on stream. Well, I mean, I'm not supposed to be here. This is not supposed to be how it goes. But what can you do? Right. Oh my god. Right, the pumpkin is in its new home. Hello, Gringo. How are you doing? Happy Sunday to you. We're having a disaster, Gringo, but you've been here before. You know the drill. Right, let's put the wee mushrooms. The wee mushroom skulls. See, after all that, the skulls actually look amazing. In comparison to everything else that's gone wrong. Ooh, yummy. Well, these are nice and golden brown. Cheesecake dip. That would be delicious to eat in. Mushroom nut. No, noodle, because I put quite a lot of garlic in the pumpkin, I thought actually we probably don't need too much in the mushrooms. So the mushrooms are quite plain because we're going to put the creamy sauce from the pumpkin. Right. Let me see how these are doing. They're not getting any darker, but I feel like they're done. You better not popcorn, or we'll need to have words. No, I'm kidding on. Jeffin is a fantastic streamer, so I wouldn't blame you. Look, donuts! Can you see that? We have a bread consistency. I'm going to try a wee bit. I mean, it's roasting, but it's quite dense, but quite nice actually. Herb patty, parmesan. Yes, and it went in the oven for about an hour and 15 minutes in total. We've got our little mushrooms that we made into skulls, and we've got our little breadsticks and just some cherry tomatoes. And the nice thing about this is you can kind of scoop the flesh off of the pumpkin and have it with the sauce, and then just dip other things in it. So it's a nice sharing dish. So do you know actually what it tastes like? It tastes like a really nice creamy sauce that you would get with mussels. If people like mussels.